Imagine waking up one morning to discover that the global energy map has quietly shifted, not in the United States, not in China, but in West Africa. Nigeria is pushing forward with one of the most ambitious industrial projects on the planet. A proposed $50 billion mega-refinery complex. A project bold enough to redefine Africa's economic future. For decades, Nigeria produced crude oil, yet depended heavily on imported petrol, diesel, and kerosene. But that imbalance is about to change. Today we explore the project many are calling Africa's industrial turning point. Nigeria has long been one of the largest crude oil producers in Africa, but ironically, one of the largest importers of refined products. This cycle created endless fuel shortages, price instability, and billions in annual losses. But the proposed $50 billion refinery ecosystem, including major developments in Ondo State, Ileja LGA, and the new free trade zone, seeks to flip this equation entirely. This project isn't just a refinery, it's an industrial city, a complete energy ecosystem, a national economic rebirth. The multi-billion-dollar project aims to build one of the largest integrated refineries in Africa, with a proposed processing capacity of up to 500,000 barrels per day. These would include a large-scale refinery, petrochemical plants, export terminals, tank farms, pipeline and transportation networks, a free trade industrial zone, support infrastructure like housing, power plants, and water systems. In simple terms, this is not a building. It is a self-contained industrial world, a refinery ecosystem capable of processing millions of barrels of crude into petrol, diesel, jet fuel, lubricants, plastics, fertilizers, and petrochemical products. Many people question the staggering price tag, but building a mega refinery is one of the most expensive industrial ventures on earth. The budget covers ultra-modern refining equipment, cracking units, desulfurization plants, automated control systems, warehousing and export facilities, ports and marine infrastructure, roads, electricity grids, pipelines, environmental and safety systems, technological integration, skilled technical labor. This is not a repair job. It is a total transformation. The investment is not just in steel and machinery. It is in Africa's future competitiveness. If completed, Nigeria's mega refinery has the potential to reshape global markets. Nigeria becomes a major refined fuel exporter. African nations currently depend heavily on Europe, Asia, and the Middle East for petrol and diesel. This refinery could shift that balance permanently. Africa begins controlling its own energy economy instead of exporting raw materials and importing expensive finished products. African energy stays in Africa. Strong geopolitical influence. Refined fuel gives Nigeria bargaining power. Countries that rely on Nigeria's petrol will negotiate differently. Trade routes will shift. Europe's dominance in African fuel supply will weaken. Economic ripple across the continent. Energy security leads to lower transport costs, cheaper goods, stronger regional cooperation, investment inflows, new industrial hubs. This project is not local, it is global. A refinery of this magnitude transforms more than the energy sector. Massive job creation. Millions of direct and indirect jobs across engineering, construction, logistics, transportation, security, administration, petrochemical research, manufacturing. Growth of supporting industries. Refineries attract petrochemical companies, plastic and polymer manufacturers, fertilizer plants, aviation fuel suppliers, power plants, shipping companies. Entire industrial zones can rise from this project. Reduced pressure on the naira. Importing refined fuel drains billions in foreign exchange, producing fuel locally stabilizes the currency. Revenue explosion. Nigeria does not only save money, it saves money through export, supply contracts, petrochemical chains, gas and byproducts. This is how economic superpowers are built. This project touches the life of ordinary citizens more than people realize. Fuel becomes more stable and predictable. No more constant fluctuations from international markets. Transportation becomes cheaper. Buses, logistics, airlines all benefit from local supply. Businesses grow faster. Energy stability fuels production, agriculture, and retail. More job opportunities, from engineers to cleaners to truck drivers. People across every level benefit. Economic hope and long-term confidence. A refinery may be built with steel, but what it truly produces is hope. Hope for a stronger naira, a more industrialized economy, and a future where Nigeria controls its own destiny. A project this big comes with real challenges: funding complexities, international resistance from fuel exporting nations, security concerns, logistics and engineering risks, political instability. But Nigeria is pushing forward anyway, because once a nation decides to rewrite its future, no obstacle is big enough. Nigeria is not thinking small. Nigeria is dreaming at world scale. If this refinery succeeds, it becomes a blueprint for every African nation. Prove that Africa can build, refine, produce, innovate, and lead. A new era is coming, and Nigeria stands at the edge of something historic. If you found this video insightful and informative, do not forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and hit the bell notification so you'll be the first to be notified when we bring you such insightful information such as this, where Africa is leading on global scales for economic growth and vibrancy. Frank Adams for Eagles FM.